the process of getting this information on your digital products. Now, moving to user flow. User flow, we can also name it user journey, and also can also be called task flow. It represents the parts. Are you with me, sir?
Yeah, I'm with you.
It represents the paths or series of steps a user takes to accomplish a specific task within a digital product. It involves mapping out the journey that users will follow as they interact with the interface from the initial entry point to the completion of the goal. And it also helps designers to identify potential pain points, optimize the user experience, and ensure that the interface guides users smoothly through each step of the process. More so, it also helps to save costs and resources. So in summary, the information architecture, it focuses on organizing concepts and structuring concepts, while user flow focuses on mapping out the pathways users take in system to achieve their goals. And similarities, the both are backbone of user-centered design as they are interconnected and essential aspects of UI/UX design, and they also contribute to creating intuitive, cohesive, efficient, and user-friendly digital experiences. Now, the goal of the information architecture is to help users find info quickly and use efficiently, leading to a positive UX. I'm done.
Okay, so thank you very much. I think OS is in group B, group A, so that I will ask question. Nice one as is that anyway. So if you know you are in group A, kindly unmute your mic. If you are in group A, unmute your mic. Okay, so we have Taiwo, we have Victoria, we have Clement, isn't it? So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so a summary to what Aziza said. Taiwo, what can you tell us? Just give us your own insight. I believe it is a group work, and then you should have the same idea or knowledge regarding to what she does. So Taiwo, what can you tell us about that in your own knowledge? Taiwo, are you there?
Yeah, go.
Taiwo, are you there?
Oh, yeah, go and eat. Go and eat.
Who is this now?
Okay, I'm coming.
Taiwo, are you there?
So sorry.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. It's just as she said, it's a space. Information.
What do you say?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes,
okay.
We can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Information architecture is all about structuring and organizing information in a digital space. So it's talking about how information is being organized so that it will be much more easier for the user to be able to make use of those information. Then there are 3 elements of information architecture, which she said earlier: the user, the content, and the context. Now, the user is the person that is looking for the information. The content is the information itself, and the content is where the information is. That's where the information lives, right on the website or the web page. Now, when we're talking about user flow is simply a diagram that shows the step a user needs to take from maybe point A to B to C to D or to F, depending on how far the user wants to go inside a particular application or website. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Thank you, Taiwo. So the next person I have here, I think is Favor. Favor, you are in group A, ba?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yes, I'm here.
Favor is in group A.
Favor is in group A now. Is it not first?
Oh yeah, go ahead now. I want to hear your own. Let me hear your own quota in this combined assignment.
What I understand by architecture, user flow 1. Architecture in UI/UX is the arrangement of your your content in your website or your app. Like she said, it applies to both the users, the content, and the context. How the user is able to navigate the app or the website that you created, how easy it is for the user to flow. The buttons, how there's a word I'm looking for. How there's a word I'm looking for. How the button interprets itself for the user easily. How the user is able to go from point A to point B. Sorry, what is going on? Okay, so that's what I understand by the architecture, then the user flow as well.
Okay, so are you done, or you still want to have one or two things to it?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, good. Why is it you guys don't have many male in your group?
We
I'm
have.
a man who
yeah.
is here.
Okay, good. Yeah, Clement. I want to hear somebody another gender, so that it will be easier. So that sorry, not easier, so that I feel like maybe. Okay, go ahead, Clement.
Okay, contributing to the work as earlier said by my group members, information architecture is also known as a blueprint, a visual representation of product infrastructure, features, and hierarchies. Now, there are many things that we have said concerning this, and that has to do with the content. Now, I want to elaborate more on the content as earlier said by Adetutu. Content, under the content, we have many features or many examples of the content in IA. The content includes navigation menus. These navigation menus includes the primary navigation menus, secondary navigation menus, drop-down menus, and other navigation elements that help the users to move around the interface of what you are designing. We also have the site structures. This outlines the hierarchy of information within the system, including categories, subcategories, and the relationship between different pages and the sections. We have layout page or page layout. These define the layout of individual pages within the interface, including the placement of content, navigation elements, calls to action, and other interface components. We also have wireframes and prototypes under the content. These are used to visualize and test the information architecture, allowing users to interact and refine the structure and layout based on user feedback and usability testing.
So is that
That's
all?
my little contribution.
Okay,
yes,
good.
I don't want to take much of our time.
Okay, so thank you, Group A. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I really want to know who and who is not, and then I felt like, did you guys have a group discussion on Wednesday?
Yes, we did.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, fantastic. So thank you, guys. Group B, moving forward. Group B, please. Group B, where you guys? So we need to run this up as soon as possible. Group B.
Okay, yeah, we are here, sir.
Okay, so your group member, are they here too?
Sir?
Are your group member here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're here.
Yes, sir.
From Group B. Yeah.
Okay, good, fantastic. Yeah. Who is representing you guys?
I'm the one, sir.
Go ahead.
King David. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
Very short.
My name is
Go straight to the point.
Okay, sir. Information and architecture and user flow. The first question is, what is an information and architecture? Is the process, is the practice of organizing, structuring, and then labeling content in a way that help user find what they are looking for. It involves the creation of logical and intuitive structure for information that make it easy to understand and essential in UI's design, because it helps designer to understand how user think and what they expect to find on a website or app. The goal of information architectural is to create a seamless experience for user by making it easy to find the information they need.
Wait, David, wait. There's even between somebody understanding something and somebody reading something. To me, it seems you are reading it. Somebody else, please, from the group. Somebody else, please, from the group.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
So, what is trying to explain is information architecture and user flow.
Okay.
Information architecture it laid the groundwork for a product framework, as it helps in organizing and structuring content, so that to ensure that the user can easily find what they need and understand their position within the product. That is what information architecture is. And for user flow, it chart the course that the user take, as it laid the path for the user to accomplish specific tasks, focusing on the sequences of interaction and decision they face while using that product. So the incorporating both information architecture and user flow into UX design process helps also, as it helps the product to experience both logical and is more of user-centric, by clearly defining the information architecture and the pathway, which is the user flow. So it helps the designer to optimize the user journey for efficiency and satisfaction. So the understanding the distinction between information architecture and user flow is crucial for any designer to tailor the design approach to the product needs. As in, interaction-driven products benefit from a detailed focus on user flow to design engaging interactive journey. So the combination of both information architecture and user flow is very crucial and essential for digital product that offers maybe a coherent, user-friendly experience. When the two work hands in hand, it enhances user-friendly experience by effectively navigating. Yes, that is all. Thank you so much.
I noticed you've been repeating, just using the same terminology in different forms. So last person from the group, who else again? I'll just summarize basically. Adebowale. Is there no lady here?
All right, sir. Yeah, good evening.
Wait, do you guys have any lady here?
Good evening, sir. I'm here.
Yeah, good. Lady, go.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
So I'm going to speak about this information technology based on how I understand this. So from a former designer, Gerard Spoon, he once said that good design is when it's done well, becomes invisible. It's only when it's done poorly that we notice it. So same applies for information architecture. When all is in order, it becomes invisible. Interestingly enough, this science or order does not have one unified definition that experts would agree on. So information architecture is different from, I won't say it's really, really different, but I think the definition is different from user flow. So in my user flow, these are many different pathways a user can take when interacting with products. The user flow is visual representation, either written out or made digital, or many other avenues that can be taken while using an app or website. That's all I understand about this.
Thank you. Group B, you guys, I'm not sure you guys do collective reading. It was more of individual reading, which is not, that's not the purpose of us having a group chat. Yeah, that's why you are divided into group. You understand? So there should be a synergy in what you guys are saying. And what I want basically is just to, I want understanding, not just us coming to do assignment and read. Not reading. This is more because your foundation matter more. So if you understand this thing logically, how it should be. So by the time we are designing, things will get easier for us. You might not be interested in all this now, but when you are designing, this thing will shape your mindset, how you are designing. Yeah, so thank you. Group C. Who is representing Group C, please? Our Group C member here.
Mr. Olumide.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, my name is Temi.
Hi, Temi.
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I go ahead?
Sure.
Okay, sir. Information architecture and user flow is the assignment. So what do we mean by information architecture? This refers to the organization and structure of information within a digital product, such as website, app, or software. So this talks about the arrangement of the content, the navigation, and the interaction to help users easily understand and navigate.
Mr. Temi, you are reading that stuff. Is there anybody else that is in that group that I want to explain to us? I don't know someone that is going to read. Is there anybody on that group, in Group C, that can explain to us in just less than 2 minutes? So let's understand. Anybody in Group C? Anybody in Group C? Class captain, please note group member in Group C. Yeah, Group D.
Yes, yes.
Group D, are you there?
We are...
Any member in Group
I think D? Group C members should be here now.
I don't know. I've been asking. I don't. Nobody
Group
was.
C, right?
Who is talking?
Hello, Group C. I'm here. I'm here. From Group C.
I can't hear you. Your mic, your internet is bad. Yeah, if you have somebody else in Group D, Group C, let me know. You have anybody in Group C that is not here? That is here, rather. Anybody in Group C? Is Godwin in Group C? Ibrahim, your network is not okay. I can't hear you. Group C. Is anybody that was here to represent you apart from Raji and then Ibrahim? Their network is not okay. So let's quickly move to Group D now. Class captain, note Group C. They default to do their represent their assignment. So Group, what's it called? Group D. The last group.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Who is that person?
Yakub Justus.
Oh, Yakub Justus. Okay, go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. Okay. So from what I understand, information architecture refers to structuring, organizing, and labeling content in a way that helps users find what they need or what they want. And I believe it is a map that guides how information is being organized and presented to users to enhance their experience and enable effective information retrieval within digital products, websites, or other information. Yeah, I think that is what information architecture means. And we have some key components that guides that are included in information architecture.
Sorry, Yakub, wait, chill 1 minute. I'm not connecting your words together. It's not nice.
Okay.
Do you guys have somebody else in Group D that could do this better?
Can I make it understandable?
Okay, good.
All right. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is information architecture it refers to structuring, organizing, and labeling the content in a way that helps users find a way that helps them understand how it works and help them understand how information architecture works.
So now I'm coming. The question is information architecture itself. What do you understand by that? Yeah, IA. Just explain IA and let somebody explain the other one. Explain IA.
I should explain what?
Explain the IA. Information architecture. Information architecture. Do you understand?
I don't get I can't hear you.
You are giving assignments now about information architecture and what?
And user flow.
So I'm asking you to explain information architecture and let somebody else explain user flow.
And information architecture is what I'm explaining.
And I know you are explaining outside the information architecture. Information, you're explaining outside it. I want you to explain that IA itself. What does it mean? What does it stand for? Just explain
it. Stands for information architecture.
Explain now.
Is information architecture.
Yeah, explain it.
It is. I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to. It guides information. It guides users to understand how it works.
Okay, no problem. Sorry. Next
It
person.
is a structure that guides and labels how the content works.
Yakub, thank you. Can somebody rescue the team? If you are in Group D and you are on this call, can they rescue the team?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, information architecture is basically about organizing and structuring content.
Your network is bad.
Oh, okay.
Come again.
Information architecture is basically about organizing and structuring the content for the user that they need in digital space.
Okay.
So, when it's mentioned that, when the components of IMD or
your network is terrible. Please, part of this requirement of this class. Your network. Good evening, Shoma.
Hi, good evening. Yes, I'm in Group D.
Oh, fantastic. Please, let's hear from you.
Okay. I just want to give an instance to what my group mates has been explaining.
Okay.
So, information architecture is all about organizing and structuring content for a site. So let me give an example. Let me use Jumia as an example. Everyone knows Jumia app and the website. So basically on the app, or on the website rather, things are being arranged based on fashion, home appliances, electronics and the like. So under the fashion too, they're also split into men fashion and women fashion. So, and all this is due to information architecture, because if the site is actually not designed in this way, it will find it very hard for users, or it will find it very hard for Jumia customers to be able to access whatever it is that they are looking for, to my own understanding. That's what I think information architecture is all about.
Yeah, that's cool. Then the user flow. Are you helping them or somebody else will? User flow.
Okay, user flow on the other hand involves the part that users take to access a website seamlessly. So basically, let me use, you're trying to book a flight for the first time and I don't have an idea of how everything goes. If there are not instructions given on how to go about booking the flights, like from step one, there are some sites you go to
and they tell you after this step, you move to the next one. So if things like this are not done in...
Okay, so you're in summary of what you just said about user flow, basically is that user flow is more like instruction given on the web or mobile app. Is that what you mean?
Yes, sir.
No, that's not
Is
what it means.
access or...
That's not what it means anyway. But anyway, nice one. Nice one, nice try. But group C for the last time. Group C for the last time. If somebody is there and the person is in group C, he or she has a good network. Let's start. Let the person now speak. Else the group is going to be absent, and you know the
Hello,
penalty.
Mr. Lumide.
Okay, good.
I'm still Timmy.
Okay, good, fantastic. Your internet is good now. Please don't read for me. Don't read.
Okay.
I want it can be just 2 minutes. Explain. That's why it's assignment for a week. You're not meant to read for me. You need to explain. Let me understand. Okay, if I'm going to teach in depth, there should be a level of understanding. That was why I was able to share the what's it called? The the syllabus, so that we can read ahead and do stuff for myself. So go ahead.
All right, thank you.
Please.
Okay, so what I understand by information architecture is how the content on a website is being arranged and structured so that the users can find it easy to understand them and to move from one point to another.
Okay.
So then user flow, what I understand by user flow is the entry point of a user into a website is to the point of exit. That's how a user flow from one point to another on the website. So to be able to achieve the purpose of coming to that website. That's what I understand by user flow.
Okay, so thank you everybody. Please always, I'll say this again one more time. Always be part of the class discussion. I can randomly pick anybody from the group, and then we need to be ahead. You understand? So let me quickly share my screen, and then we'll go straight to today's class. Thank you guys for your, showing me that you actually did a lot. Group A actually wowed me anyway, so I believe the other groups too can say that. So basically, can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
So
Yes, we can see the screen.
Yeah, let me quickly explain something from the title of the topic. So information itself, basically, like, just like now, there is no information without the feedback. Do you understand? Do you guys agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So, but if I'm talking and you cannot hear me, there's no communication, there's no information. I'm not passing information. Do you understand? So let that stick in your head first. Then architecture basically is just like, in summary, alignment. Just like part of alignment could be horizontal, could be vertical. So just the graphical representation of information alignment, how it's going to be arranged. It could be in different phase, it could be on category. Just like what the person in group D mentioned about the Jumia, the categories of their products. That's the basic thing. So these things are not difficult. And basically the way I learned personally, just like I always try to analyze definitions so that it could aid me to, even though I want to read in a very broad way, I know that I have a basic understanding. So I always rely on my basic understanding to lead me to the bigger section. That is the best way I understand, I learn, and then that's been helping. So then secondly, it is user flow. It's as simple as that, user flow. User is the person using it, the person that wants to have the experience. Do you understand? Do you understand? So the user is the person that wants to use it.
Yes.
Then the flow is just like the movement. The movement. like how I'm moving from one place to another, from one screen to another, from one landing page to another. If any of you can give me that, obviously I'll be pleased. I don't like what I was able to do now is less than 3 minutes, and I get a lot of, there is more direct to now, keep reading. There's a lot online. But the bottom line is how to get those things online to be able to shape into what you need it for. You understand? So let's move on. Let's read and explain. So I'll explain. Okay, so let's start now. So information architect, which is the IA. Sometimes AI is a term I'm out, but I'm sorry, but it's IA. And user flow are crucial elements in design and development of digital product, particularly web and application. Do you understand? It's very key. It's just an element, which is, it could be vertical, it could be horizontal, depending on how you want to use it. So now, the IA information architecture refers to a structure and organization of content within a digital product. Do you understand? And it could be about the designer coherent, it could be logical framing, how you want it to be framed, how you want it to stand. Should there be space in between? Should it be at the middle? You understand? So what else can you find in it? What else? Is it navigation? Is it the labeling, structuring? How you want it to look like? And how do you want people to perceive it? Because designing, basically, when you're designing a product, you're not designing for yourself. From the beginning, we talk about content generation, using survey and feedback form and so on and so forth. Based on those information that we gathered, they are meant to be interpreted inside our information architecture. You understand? So that in a way that it makes sense, so that people that are using it can get it. So moving forward, there are so vital information component that needs to be, noted. Number one is a sitemap. What a sitemap means basically is just represents a website structure, showing the hierarchy, pages, and so on and so forth. Now, this sitemap basically does not mean that it has to be on a screen. Sometimes it can be on paper, draft it out, drag it out. You understand? So when we are going to practical fully, so those are the first things that you need to understand how to interpret your idea to paper before to screen. Why some people are good, they don't need paper, they just from the idea, there's a way they can just, because of they have been used to it, they can easily, come up with the idea and start designing because it is in their consumption, is their, what's it called? Is their mind. So they know how to do that. So the second thing is navigation system. Just like when we talk about the bar, the menu bar, the footer, what do you want to be there? Do you want it an over design? Do you want it a drop-down design? Do you want it a divorce design? As a designer, you determine based on, don't forget that everything that we are doing here is still related to the research that have been carried out before you can now design. Just like a case study. Good. So taxonomy is, basically this one is very simple. Just like if you have a product like fashion now, we have male and female. Under female, we have ears. Under ears, we have is it flat ear or medium ear or flat ear? You understand? You should be able to divide it so that this will help or develop or will assist the developer in terms of designing and writing the codes. So they know which codes go in for which code. So we have metadata. Basically, this talk about the tags, the label, just good example of what Jumia is. You understand? So let me explain metadata again. Metadata can be represented with image. So if you are into, maybe you've tried to learn coding, there's a section where there's called alternative search, where instead of, you can use both text and image. You understand this one side very well. So good information tech should prioritize users' needs. Do you understand? This user need is very important. Let me pack it so that we understand. this user need, this one is very important, and it makes it easy for them to find relevant information and to complete whatever they want to do. It is very key. So let me think. I have the message here coming. No, you cannot get validation after class. No, when we are with our theory, finally with our theory, then when we are moving to practical, I cannot send you the slide. But for now, you cannot get the slide now. That is going to be after our class, after our theory class, when we are going to practical, so it will not be guiding you. So in case, I might be referring back to your slide so that you should go and read before you do your assignment. So now let's go to user flow. So user flow basically is just like more like UX, an advanced UX in sense of before you start designing your UX, you know what your UX entails. You understand? So unlike the architecture aspect. So now user flow basically, let me see. Why people just joining class now? Coming. Okay, so user flow basically it's just like is a walkthrough or a pathway for users to be able to accomplish what they need to go, what they need to do in terms of their goal, what they need to achieve. If they need to buy something online, they need to go straight to it and to buy it. Basically, this works with element features. User flow helps designers and developers to understand the journey, identify the best potential point and areas to improve. There's some value that you need to look out for. You have to be very good user experience designer, that is UX, to ensure that your interface supports intuitive navigation and effective task completion. So if you want to buy something now online and you see a section that says pay, you input your card details and then the app rejects your card, telling you that maybe it is Visa or whatsoever. Your experience on that particular section is not complete until you're able to pay and you're able to see what you pay for. Then it's complete. Do you understand? So identifying the bottleneck. This is a pinpointing area where users need to get stuck or focused, allowing the target optimize. Similar to what I just explained. People want to pay and they get stuck. You know, it's not something nice. They need to have a good experience. Then feature development, guide the development of new features or enhance by mapping out how to fit into overall user experience. For instance, I used to use Facebook for this aspect in the sense that the features that, you know, that the first generation of Facebook app, the features are not the similar one. Most of them are in extension, and why some are just introduced. So as a developer, as a designer, you need to come up with different features that need development that will make your product be enhanced for people to be able to like or to use your products very well. Why is this person going out, coming in? Ọlọ́run Olúwafunke Ọlágúnjú. That's not nice. Oh, okay, so do you have any question regarding what we've talked about? Any question, guys?
No, sir.
Okay, that's from you. Any other person, if you have question, let me know.
Not from my end.
Okay, because basically we are coming close towards the end of our what's it called? Our theory part, because we are meant to use like a month. So just like we were able to do this faster, and then I actually like the energy, which means that we'll do more of, you know, a lot of work. So now let me use the opportunity to let you know the solution or the app we'll be using. So for now, or throughout this course, I will employ everybody in the group. Look out for your group members related to what they need to have. The first thing is good laptop. Second thing is internet. thoughting the application that we'll be using. There are three major forms of application for UI UX or as a product designer. The first one is Adobe SD. Second one is Figma. And the third one is what's it called? That one is in Mac. I used to forget this Mac one, but looking at the most used
Sketch, sir.
Yeah, exactly. Good Sketch. Thank you. Looking at the most used one we have in Africa here, which is Figma. Figma is the most used one. So getting Figma is very easy. You could download the app on your desktop or register on your register on your okay, I'm coming. Clement Florence, I'm coming for your question. So register on, use your Google to register, just www.figma.com. Then register. You have a nice interface. But I'm telling you this so that we'll get our mind prepared that we are coming to the class gradually. So by the time we'll be doing practical, I'll be sharing my screen. I'll be showing us what to do. And by then I believe that you've gotten your Figma account. So I will be doing onboarding class. I will be explaining different sections, different aspects, what and how the things work, basically information that you should know about our Figma app. I'll be explaining that in detail so that by the time we are discussing, by the time we are explaining things, to give you more understanding. Because this class is more like hands-on practical. And then I want our hands-on practical should be a portfolio for us. You understand? In terms of, okay, even though we are finishing from here, and then they are asking us that, okay, what have you done? Your classwork should be something that you can represent, that can show out that, okay, I did this. Nobody's going to ask you, like, and tell them that you did it during your freelancing project. It's very much that you tell them that you work for this company. Like, okay, these are the stuff I've been able to do during my freelancing, activities, work. I do something like that. So that will lead us to this group collaboration in terms of, I'm giving you this information ahead so that it won't be unaware. Let me use that word, yeah. So I'm giving you this information in the sense that it's going to assist you in terms of coming up with a nice product. You understand? It's going to come up with a nice product. I'll be explaining how you can come up with different ideas on how to come up with topics. Not topics, rather. Come up with nice idea. You're going to share the idea to us. Ask minimum of 2 ideas. Then out of the 2, 1 will be selected from each group. So that product will be explained. I'm going to guide you through how you are going to develop 3 particular stuff on it in terms of the web design aspect. Secondly, by web design, the mobile design, and responsiveness design. So I'm going to explain that as time goes on. But I need to give you the insight most thing that we'll be doing regarding that aspect. Yeah, so that's that. So somebody wanted to ask a question. If you want to ask a question, kindly ask them now. Okay. So no, somebody before you. There's somebody somebody asked, say you want to ask a question. Clement.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
It's Clement.
Okay, good.
Okay. Thank you very much for the opportunity. My question is, please, I want you to, it's not really a question. I need more explanation from you on user flow and wireframe. Please help me to elaborate more on it so that I can know the difference between the two.
Okay,
user flow and wireframe. Thank you.
Wireframe basically just like the architecture, just like this skeleton system. For instance, the best way you can understand that is just like an architect trying to draw the building in a paper before the bricklayers or the engineer come to develop it. Do you understand? Do you get that part?
Okay.
Do you understand that part? So now the user experience.
Yes, I understand that part. Thank you.
So the user flow basically is advanced knowledge on user experience in sense of there are basic things you should understand about user flow, e.g., user experience itself, how the emotion part of it. 2, identifying the bottleneck in the sense that the error that they could face. You understand? The last is the adaptation of development of features. What is meant to you can there's an elementary development of an app. Maybe after you develop a particular app, maybe after some years, you want to add another features to it. So that's it. So at least anything you are adding to it, give users a better experience, a lesser work, not that they are going through stress compared to what they've been enjoying before. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you get it now?
So as our instructor now.
Okay, good.
Yes, it's clear. So as our instructor, which one do you prefer that we should be using, or which one will you encourage us to be using, the wireframe or the user flow?
No, they are totally two different, they are not meant to be the same. Design before flow. You have to design before you can start doing the flow. Because if there's no design, so what do they want to experience? There's no design. So what they want to experience, nothing to experience. It has to be a sketch before they know what they develop. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes.
Exactly. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So next person, somebody who wants to ask a question too. What's his name again? Where is this guy? Somebody raise up his hand now. Is he Chuku? Okay, hey. Benedict, yeah.
So yes, I wanted to ask if you said we're going to create portfolios. Is it group by group or just
fine?
everybody
It is
home?
mainly for group by group, provided you are part of the group, and the group is going to be divided in the sense that in a product we might have, like, for instance, like maybe on our webpage, we have, like, after drawing your paperwork, maybe you have like 10 screens that you want to design. You share it among yourself. You understand? So that's how it is. Is that clear?
Okay, so within a group, we're still going to divide ourselves.
Yeah,
if
sure.
A project is.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
A group will come up with 2 topics, and I'll pick one, and I'll guide you on it. That one that you pick, I will guide you. You design it. So obviously, we will have be doing some of the similar, maybe like one page design, and see how it is. You understand? Compared to when we have multiple pages.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to do design for children, design for adults, design for youth. You understand? So it has to be. So whenever you're designing for youth, you know that youth are more colorful kind of person. You're designing for an adult. Adult does not need colorful. They need plain, what they can read and understand. Then for adults, for kids too, right? It's more colorful, babyish and stuff like that. So those are the principles that the thing will be working through for the next time. So if you make this thing easier for us, the more we're able to cover ground, the more we're able to explore more. But if you do not make it too easy for us, you can try to do like 10 design, and then if we were able to do more, we can do more than 10. But if we project we should do 10, and then it's more like assignment, and then we are not able to make it out because we can do less than 10. The point is that everybody on this call have to be a good designer, have to be a good UI developer. That's the key. That's the goal. So that's it. So Isheyemi Oluwagbemiro. So go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Mine is not just question. I just want to suggest something.
Okay.
I think we have a WhatsApp page. So most of this this thing, I think there's a way that we can drop it on the WhatsApp. This document so that people can be able to access it. Sir?
Share this my PowerPoint.
Yes, sir, your PowerPoint slide.
So I'm going to drop it. And that is going to be after the end of this theory part of it.
Okay, sir. So that people...
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so that even though when we are designing, I will still be referring you back to it.
Thank you, sir.
So I will still be referring us back to it. That I should read this and implement.
Yes, I get it.
Okay, good.
All right.
Okay. So is that all?
Thank you, sir.
So Victoria, Chukwuemeka.
Yes, sir. It's not a question. I wanted to see the first I don't know if it's the first what did you even call it? The first thing you shared, that information architecture.
Okay. This one.
Not this one, the other one.
This one.
The
Yes, sir.
title.
That's all. Yes.
Okay. So any question on it, or you want to screenshot?
Yeah, I want to screenshot, and I've done that. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. So any other question? Any other question, guys? So, any other question? So I don't even know I've opened my assignment here. Any other question, guys? Are you saying that you understand what we've been talking about, both the architecture and then the user flow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let's move forward. So this should be our next month's assignment, but I should be our next month, but it's a lot here. Wireframing and prototype, that's your assignment, and creating wireframe using standard tools. You understand? Though it's a lot of discussion here that we need to talk about. It's more like discussion and theory section. So please, as usual, the way we used to do it, always work with your teammates. So on Monday, by this same time, we'll be talking about the wireframe and then the prototype as well. And then creating wireframe using standard tools. We'll be doing that. So now, on this assignment, this is our first brainstorming section that we need to do, because it's going to be a product that we'll be talking about. Just think about, let me think about a simple product that we can work on, so that you guys will go and develop. So I don't want more than 4 screen, maximum 4 screen wireframe. Come up with just a simple idea that will just take more than 4 screen. 4 screen means that the main page where you should go, maybe if you have a store, people want to buy, see your product, click on it and pay. That's all we want. That's similar stuff that I want. So look for something similar that we can work on. If you want us to use this same example I have, no problem. But if you think you have another one, no problem. So I'm going to show us how to do prototyping and wireframing. So thank you. So I think Benedict is raising up his or her hand.
I'm sorry, sir. You said this second, creating wireframe using standard tools. I think is a practical question, or are we to explain? It's a practical question, right?
It's practical, yeah. But I really want to understand. Okay. I want to get your own insight before I'll be the one to do the practical, obviously. You get? I'll be the one to do the practical.
Okay.
So I just want to hear you guys understanding about before I start moving on doing the practical. You understand? So it's possible.
Yeah.
We do it with onboarding, because you need to understand how it works before we start doing the wireframe and all. So the onboarding just like taking us through how the Figma works and what the Figma works and what the Figma. You understand? So I need to do the onboarding then before we now start doing the wireframing. Is that fine?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, now. So if it's for the last time, is there any question before we end the class till Monday?
Okay, sir. So what we should do now is to do the theoretical aspect of it and not the practical aspect of wireframing and prototyping, Abi?
I'm not expecting you to do it now because I've not taught you.
Okay, okay. No, sir.
Now, so I've not taught you guys. So
okay.
Figma.com. So maybe by upper or maybe by Saturday again, you might not do your own practical.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
So it's Figma.com. Yes, and that's the name of the Figma.com. I'll send it to the group chat. Yeah, so but our advice is not to download the app yet. The first thing is just register on the mobile, on the web. So when we meet. So David, you have a question? Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Is concerning the software we are going to use throughout the design the class.
Okay.
Is it the Adobe USD or the Figma we are going to use throughout?
Figma throughout, because Adobe USD is expensive. It's not everybody that can afford the payment. They charge in dollar monthly, and you know the value of dollar compared to our currency here in Naira, so it's high a bit.
Yes.
But the Figma is, it's free.
All right, sir.
Yeah. So yeah. So any other question? Yeah, you can register it with Google Chrome. So I'm using browser. So if I'm to do it now, so let me go to my Figma here. So let me see my Figma. Let me see. You can see I'm using, most of the time I use Figma. And the reason I do not use app is because the app is to hang system. You notice that the system is just hanging. So most of the time, it's safer to use rather than to use what's it called? To use an app. Do you understand? So these are a couple of, this is the Figma interface. The one I've done on the data science I've actually done previously. My old design and then my new design, you see the transition. My old design, how my old design was looking compared to this particular. You understand? You see it. So anyway, so there's a lot to learn. I believe I just need your cooperation and then everybody will be fine. So I'm using browser. I'm not using app. The reason I'm not using app is because app is to drag system down. It's very slow and all. So it's not what I want. So that's the reason why. So if in the absence of no question, can we end the class now? I will meet on Monday. Is that possible?
Can I ask something, sir?
Sure, go ahead. Why not? You can ask. No, that's why I'm here.
Yes, for the wireframing.
Okay.
Is it better we use Figma or we use some other apps like maybe a Scarlet Draw or anyone that has predominantly made for wireframing alone?
As the matter consists, the app that we are using is Figma. Anything we are doing is in Figma. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
In the contribution, I think the Figma doesn't have a plugin for wireframing also.
When we get there, we'll cross it. Is that fine? So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming today.
Please, Captain, my name is Clement Agu, not Clement Florence. Clement Florence is the mobile design that I'm using, the registered